Hello and welcome to Editing with My Wife, now with more story. My name's The Hooded Philosopher and I'm here with Cheesy Lopes.
Hi.
Cheesy Lopes, what happened in the last story? It's been so long. I'm pretty sure these will come out at the same time. The ones we've done today.
Probably. It's been so long, but I'm still wearing the same shirt I was wearing 3 episodes ago. The magic of editing.
Time is just an illusion. Lunchtime, doubly so.
We saw Zeka's point of view of what happened in another world.
I got like a little fleck there. It's like shining on the screen funny. There you go, that's good fun. I didn't mean to make you feel self-conscious. You're very beautiful.
Okay, but really quick, this shouldn't be here. It's my gross paint water.
It's clean gross paint water, I guess.
It's
The
my
gross
gross
paint
paint
palette.
palette with my flower.
Beautiful flower in the center. See? Except for the yellow wasn't very good.
And the white wasn't very, and nothing was very.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
Good. And then my little spray bottle.
Oh, yes.
Oh my! Why is all my
Here's the
crafting?
hydration.
Why is all my crafting stuff out?
No, we don't need hydration there. There we go. That works.
All right, chapter 14. I never got this distracted.
The trees are calling.
That was cute. Zeka was absent-mindedly staring out a window when a concerned look came across her face. "Help us, we're dying," she said, speaking for the trees. "Since when can you speak to the trees?" Malgastaflorian said. "Since May and I swapped powers," Zeka responded casually.
Sorry. Go ahead.
"You still have the power," Zeka, Frick said, putting her arm around her casually twice. "When I was in the hat, thinking just made everything clear. From what I understand, it's like a lever. If you can move the lever, you can switch between them." "You received a blessing, Zeka. Don't waste it," Malgastaflorian warned. "We must get back to my tower with haste," he grunted, getting out of his seat. They followed him out of the tavern. Traveling on light, the 3 of them returned to Malgastaflorian's tower. The first thing Frick saw was a mess. Books were all over, and a little light came off of different words on each book. "This is Ubuk's doing. That old trickster loved doing this to me. It's how he reports to me." "What is he saying?" Frick asked. "The glowing words, we need to put them together," she said, annoyed. She said.
Yeah, that's why I highlighted up there is because Zeka says this. The old trickster loves doing that to me. Are you following what I'm trying to say there? This is how. So she's got books in her tower, right? Because she's arcane. She likes to study and all that. And Ubuk to report to her or to get her attention, he'll highlight certain words in her books.
But why are they going
And
to
then
her
scatter
tower
them.
when Malgastaflorian's...
They aren't. They're at Malgastaflorian's tower. He did it to Malgastaflorian's tower. They returned to Malgastaflorian's tower.
Oh, okay.
He did it to Malgastaflorian's tower knowing they'll be there.
I see.
And knowing that Zeka would know it's him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
"The glowing words, we need to put them together," she said, annoyed. The men were laughing quietly to themselves. "Say what you will about Ubuk. He's certainly good at keeping your mind fresh." "You should thank him," Frick said, picking up all the books with glowing words. Zeka and Malgastaflorian helped until they found them all. 7 books lay in front of them. The words highlighted were Trap, Doom, Under, Coast, Evil, Hide, and Secret. "Well, those are words," Malgastaflorian used. "Doom Coast is not far from here," Frick added. "So he has set up a trap at Doom Coast. That's a 3-day journey. We better head out," Zeka concluded. Frick followed her to the door. When they looked back, Malgastaflorian was gone. "Looks like he had another mission. Let's get moving," Frick urged.
Oh my goodness, I hope that doesn't cause a problem.
"Let's just restart then."
No, continue.
Okay. "Let's get moving," Frick urged, pulling on her arm gently. They walked out the door and found their horses tied to the posts at the base of the tower. "We're going into a trap," Zeka said, though she was not really sure what to do about it. "We have 3 days to figure it out. Look to the trees. That's what May would do," Frick said, not realizing how right he was. That maybe the dip in the pool as a hat gave him an understanding that even May would have appreciated. What's wrong?
It went back to selection.
They got on the horses and took off to the never-ending forest. What happened back in the other world, Zeka asked, sad that she missed out on all the fun. We walked into a heavily dressed room?
Yeah, lots of things on the walls, and there's lots of fabrics, and yeah.
Heavily dressed room full of gaudy trophies. He looked at Mal and asked what he was doing here. Oh, that's interesting.
So the boss sitting behind the desk looked at Mal.
Oh. He was drunk, and I think that he was mad at Paul beforehand. The boss had the other two guards grab me, Augusta Florian then threatened them, which of course pissed him off. I held the clothes of the guards and their leader and listened to the drunk idiot blather on about how he was looking.
I like in every book I'm trying to make it so that they all somebody is called an idiot.
Yeah.
I want to point it out every time.
Listen to the drunk idiot blather on about how he was going to kill me while Malgastaflorian went to get the plant. You had it easy. I had a bunch of screaming ladies in my ears. I think I lost some hearing, she said, and she saw the trees and said something. Then laughed.
Saw something. Saw something and then laughed.
Oh. What? He asked. You hear, not listen, she repeated, adding, what can I say? They're learning fast.
She says, you had it easy. I think I lost some hearing. Mm-hmm. The tree said, you hear just fine. You don't listen, I guess is what I'm trying to get at.
Oh. You hear, not listen.
I think there's another way of saying it. Go ahead.
Okay.
And then what can I say? They're learning fast. She's talking about the trees. Learning about her.
Mm-hmm. When I was in the hat with her, she took a dip in the river. I got to experience what life was like for a disciple in nature. You should too. The river is less than a day away, Frick said, thinking like a disciple of nature. He pointed to the hat, adding, she agrees. Then we should do what the cute hat suggested. They turned the horses, the trees leading the way.
Okay. So they turned the horses into a new direction. That's what I was thinking here.
Or slightly off course. They still want to head.
They turned. I'm clicking on the wrong screen. They turned the horses toward the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
They're not quite. They might be adding time to their journey, but.
Well, remember what happened when May went to the river? It took a day off of her journey.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Okay. So how can I say this? It's got to be brief. That's the thing of the forest. They probably don't say more than 2 or 3 words at a time.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a whole lot of space for them to speak. Well, there's a whole lot of space, but it's not easy for them to line it up in the right moment. So it could be like, you hear well, not listen.
Are they trying to denote the difference between hearing and listening?
Yeah. No, they're saying that she didn't lose any of her hearing. She needs to listen better. So you hear, listen better. You hear well, listen better. Is that a little closer?
Well, it has to do with the other. I think I lost some hearing.
Yeah, and then she giggled.
And then she saw something.
And then Frick said, "What was that?" Right? What was that? I guess I could add that in there. There's no comma needed. What was that? He asked.
You hear, not listen. I guess I don't quite get what you're conveying here. I mean, she was talking about how the ladies...
She had lost some of her hearing.
Yes.
She's joking about it. The trees aren't jokesters. So they're responding to that.
Okay.
Because they know that her hearing is fine. She just needs to listen better. So definitely the second line is listen better. Like that's definitely a much better way of saying it.
You said you want them to be 2 sentences.
2 or 3 words.
Okay, 2
or 3 words per sentence. They're brief. It's like you see in some of the foliage it says you hear fine, and then on some of the bark it says listen better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Something like that.
As long as it, yeah. I just want to make sure I understand your rules for the trees. Saw the trees and noticed something. Because she saw the trees and saw something.
She saw the trees and said something. She saw. Whoa. She sold seashells by the seashore. She saw the trees say something, then laughed.
Oh, okay. That's more.
Like she isn't giving it away either, which is what May would do with Frick. She would just say the trees said this or something like that. So Frick wouldn't. Why does it say he? That should say Frick asked. Because I don't know who's saying that.
Well, there's only one other person here.
Yeah. And it wasn't Malgast the Florian, because he did say something and I didn't note that, but I knew it up here. He looked at Mal. The boss, that's
the
right.
boss sitting behind the desk.
Or the man behind the desk.
Or the man behind the desk. I don't know why that stinking screen does that.
Man behind the desk looked at Mal and asked what he was doing here. Looked at me and asked what is Mal doing.
That's better.
Yeah. Because I don't think the hat or Frick would say Mal. They would say his full name. He was drunk, and I think he was mad at Paul beforehand, meaning himself.
Mm-hmm.
The boss had the other 2 guards grab me. Malgast the Florian then threatened them, which of course pissed them off. I held the clothes of the guards and their leader and listened to the drunk idiot blather on about how he was going to kill me while Malgast the Florian went and got the plant.
Okay.
You had it easy. I had a bunch of screaming ladies in my ear. I think I lost some hearing. She saw the trees say something, then laughed. What was that? Frick asked. You hear fine. Listen better, she repeated to the trees, adding, what can I say? They're learning fast.
How did he hold all 3 people's clothes?
Muscle. He has a muscle that holds people's clothes.
Okay.
That makes it so the fabric come around, people don't move.
Is there a way you can make that clear? Because Zeka already should know that. Is there a way you can make that clear without, like...
What's the problem?
Because I didn't get that in the reading.
What's the problem? I'm not sure 100% of what the exact problem is. Can you, like, narrow down on it?
Alright, so it says, I held the clothes of the guards and their leader and listened to the drunk idiot blather on.
Okay.
But to me, I'm seeing him physically holding on to 3 fully grown men's clothes.
I see. Yes, I just got it.
But Zeka should already know that he has a muscle that can do that.
Yes, but he can still, like, say, with my favorite muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I held the clothes of the guards and their leader and listened to the drunk idiot blather on about how he was going to kill me.
Okay. That was my main problem was how do you say that without feeling like you're explaining it to someone who should already know what's going on.
Frick said, not realizing how right he was. Maybe the dip in the pool as a hat gave him an understanding that even May would have appreciated. They got on the horses and took off. Okay, that's much better.
Okay.
This I needed to note Malgast the Florian said, I think. Right?
Well, and you need to close the quotes too.
Yeah. Did you get that was Malgast the Florian?
Yes, because then the next line is, you should thank him, Frick said.
Yes, because Frick said the next line, I can see that giving away, but...
Mm-hmm.
Should I delete this?
Say what you will about Ubuk, he certainly is good at keeping your mind fresh. Yeah, keep it, because it also could be,
yeah.
I mean, she could have said that.
That's true, except she said the previous sentence, so this would have to be Malgast the Florian, unless it was connected to one of the other 2, because there's no one else talking.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to make people deduce that if they don't. I'm not going to make them wonder if I can just leave the name in there.
This is Ubuk's doing. Love doing this to me. It's how he reported. He reports to me.
They report to each other.
Yeah.
Like,
this is how
whenever
he chooses.
it's necessary.
This is how he chooses to communicate.
Chooses how he. This is how he chooses is wonderful. This is how he chooses to. I mean, communicate, yeah, but it's more like
inform me.
It's like, and it's not inform.
Because that's what he's doing. Or warn me. Or share information.
Share information. This is how he chooses to share information. Is way better.
Okay. And then
you can see
that
you can just see the annoyance, right?
Yeah, this is how he chooses to share information. And like there are so many other ways you could choose to share information.
When she's annoyed at him for,
and this is how he does it.
He covered everything in moss.
Okay, so he's a trickster. The question I have is: Ubuk is a disciple of nature.
Ubuk is like Malgastaflorian to Frick. Sorry, it's like Malgastaflorian to May. Frick and Malgastaflorian have a similar relationship as May and Ubuk. Ubuk was her teacher. Malgastaflorian was the teacher of May.
Okay, so how does Ubuk use books to do this as a disciple of nature? That's a question I have.
Wind.
Wind causes the books to light up.
I can't. Something happens with Ubuk that you would be like, this is small beans of how he did that compared to how he did the thing that he's going to be doing.
Granted, a disciple of nature probably could do it if you combined the fact that books are trees and bioluminescence can grow or glow. And so it's possible that a disciple of nature could do this.
The answer to if a disciple of nature can do it is if they know how to do it. Mm-hmm. If you cannot describe how to do it, then it is of the divine arcane and not of nature.
Right.
Because arcane literally just kind of translates to I don't know.
Which is why I was trying to explain.
We don't get to know.
Because Ubuk was introduced so far as a disciple of nature.
They're all disciples of nature or arcane.
Yeah.
Until later, and they get new titles. There's new titles at the end of the book.
So, at this particular moment, in my head, Ubuk is a disciple of nature.
But also the teacher of May. The one who taught May. And other disciples of nature.
Mm-hmm. And so, by finding a way to explain it, then he's true to his disciple of nature.
Yes, as long as there's a way to explain it. If you can't explain it, like the muscles... If you pull on this muscle and the leg breaks, there's no connection between the two things. There's no inherent connection. It is completely unknown.
And nature does have a bioluminescence in it. Yes. That's natural.
Or you could say sunlight was beaming down. Mm. Whatever was making it glow was glowing from whatever natural process that can happen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm.
However your mind wants to interpret it. But it all is very natural. There is no confusion about it for them either. Like they see the wind probably came in and blew everything down and opened the pages to the right page and then caused sunlight to beam down. It's a whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you also have to denote that this is Zeka saying it. That was the other thing you said about that line. Right there. That.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what... So she gets annoyed next.
You don't want to use annoyed again. Sign. Gritted teeth. I like the gritted teeth. My head's getting cut off by... Actually, I can hide behind the words!
That's what I'm doing. Alright, and this one I think we could just delete the casually.
Yeah.
That's all this was.
Since May and I swap powers.
So she thinks it's swapped. Why would I want the whole thing, guy? Come on. No, think with your brain. There you go. And then this one, to the trees, is what you said. And I thought that was a good
Since
addition.
when can you speak to the trees?
I just said to trees. Since when can you speak to trees?
Which is a Melgastophorian way to say things.
It is. It is.
Mm-hmm. So why not keep it?
No, why not?
Yeah.
Since when do you speak to trees?
Yeah. And I can see him saying that because he is not a disciple in nature.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
That's much better. Much better conglomeration of wording.
It is. It is. And thank you everyone for listening.
Have a good day.
Conglomerate your words and send them to me at philosopherinahood@gmail.com. Thanks, everyone. That is an actual email address. And if you wish to contact me, you absolutely can. Thank you for listening. We love you. Bye.
Look, I got all the paint off.
Yeah, you're really good at destroying the toys. Bye.
I destroy everything.
Towering Architect. If you're watching this, she's reading your book right now.